Grandmaster Sai in the building, family. Grandmaster Sai in the building, family. Peace, 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 peace on this beautiful morning. Peace. Grandmaster Sai in the building. Today I would like to talk about energy and spirits, right? Because I came to the conclusion that that energy and spirits is synonymous. You will see in the ancient times and different cultures, they had what they was calling different gods. And if you study and if you dig or dive into these teachings, you will see that these deities or whatever that they was calling gods as personifications of a principle, right? And once you understand the concept of the principles, okay, you can also apply that to today's religion or today's teachings. And you can realize that any religious story today, right, is a personification of a principle. All right. So, so we living in a world today, right, or just existing in the world, not even just to say today, but just, you come across people or you are forced to be around people that's working with a different energy than you. All right. Some people might have negative energy on them, and that negative energy is controlling them. And this is where I want to get into the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a good movie to watch. I think y'all should check that movie out. Because in this movie Fallen, it's about a demon called Azazel, right? And this demon, he was moving through touch. And he was jumping from body to body, and he was committing crimes or whatever. Basically, Denzel Washington is, the star of the movie. He basically figure out that he's actually in the presence of a demon, like a demon is messing with him. And the demon gets really mad at him because the demon can't jump in his body. All right? The demon can't jump in his body. So, you around people that got negative energy on them. And the crazy part about it is people want to throw this negative energy off on you. It's like it's spiritually strong, and you have to understand that, you can't let yourself fall victim to the negative energy or to the negative negative influence that you are being bombarded with. Because it's kind of like it's kind of like the function of negativity is to destroy, and the function of righteousness and enlightenment is to uplift. So the whole purpose of negativity is to destroy you. And it's like, once you start understanding this and you start seeing this for what it is, it's like that energy will try to bombard you, in all areas. And if you look at the movie, since the demon couldn't get in Denzel Washington, what did he do? He started messing with everybody around him to get to him. He couldn't get in him, but he could get to the people around him. Right? So, once you become spiritually strong and once you become aware, of your own energetic body, of your own emotional body, of your own light body, even though they can't affect you, they will try to get, or just speaking of the principle, the negative principle, the negative energy, it'll get to the people around you to affect you that way. Right? And so, have you ever seen somebody that had a bad day or had one negative experience throughout the day and it ruined their whole day? Now, how come is it that one negative experience, not a super dramatic, dramatizing experience, just one negative experience can ruin a person's whole day? Well, a person's whole whole get up is just all threw off just from one negative experience, and and their whole day is ruined. How is that possible? And this is where the book Kybalion becomes very important, because it talks about transmutation of energies from going from one extreme to the other extreme. And once you learn how to go from one extreme to the other extreme, you realize that being happy and sad is just two different ends, of the same pole. They're on the same level, but it's just two different ends of it. Like hot and cold. Hot and cold is they're both our temperatures, but they're two different extremes of the temperatures. Right? So it gives you the understanding of the awareness of learning how to learning how to transmute and go from one extreme to the next. And your spiritual body is really vital, in many different ways. A good book that'll give you an understanding of this is any book on autonomy. I hope I'm saying that right. Any book on autonomy, and it deals with how your spiritual body, right? We all are aware we all have a spirit, so we good there, right? How your spiritual body actually affects your physical body, and how this actually affects your life and your outside, well, I guess you could say the world around you. It affects the world you live in, your world. It affects your world. And the things that people go through actually affect their spiritual body, or their spiritual. I'm talking, when I say your spiritual body, I'm speaking of your spirit. All right. When I say your spiritual body, I'm speaking of your spirit, and how these negative situations in life actually, can have negative effects on you physically for a very long time. And this is where you see where people have negative experiences and it cause a negative ripple effect inside of their life for many and many years. And how, sometimes people never get over this. This is where how you can see where maybe a child was tampered with or molested as a child or something like that, and it has a negative effect even on them as an adult to this day, because they are doing something because of that experience, and it's causing a negative effect even in their adulthood, by the way that they're choosing to live their everyday life. All right. And this goes into the philosophy of what is called the chakra system. All right. The chakra system is a philosophy about the energy centers inside of your body, and these energy centers are directly correlated to different aspects, of your spiritual body. All right. You know, getting into dealing with your higher self, and how negative experiences cause negative influences on your body, which throws off your chakra system, meaning that love or speaking, or these things are directly correlated to your chakra system. And one chakra might be threw off because of a negative experience that you may have had in your life that you never got over. So to cut a long story short, from these negative experiences that we experience, we have to figure out how to overcome these obstacles and overcome these negative experiences to get over it, you understand, to clear what is usually deemed as a blockage in your Kundalini energy, because the Kundalini is just a Sanskrit word that means coil, and it is said to be an energy symbolized as a snake at the back of the spine that rises up the back of the spine, spinning the chakras, which is the chakras is said to be wheels of light, right? And when the Kundalini energy rises up the back of the spine, it spins the wheels of light, and you become lit, and it moves all the way up to the crown chakra, and even out the top of the head, even to higher chakras that's actually outside of the body, so far. So that's why these things are important, because negative experiences, negative energy, and negative emotions will prevent you from basically becoming your best self and living your best life. All right. And the purpose of life and the purpose of experiencing life is for you to become your best self. So we are constantly in a fight. We're constantly in a battle between positive and negative, spiritual and matter, and we just have to stay working on ourselves, realize that we're not perfect, but the goal of life is to become our best selves and to become an enlightened being, and to realize the actual truth of reality and the actual truth of life, which is basically that you are more than just a physical blob of flesh, and that you are a spiritual light being that's controlling this body. All right. And that's when you become conscious. You are only conscious when you are aware of who you truly are, and you are aware of your capabilities that can't be explained. I'm not too big into the pseudo-ness, but I understand that everything can't be explained. So if it can't be explained, I'm just not going to shun it because it can't be explained. Everything is not to be explained. And I'm real, what I want to say. I believe it's important. Facts, real history, all that is important, but it's kind of two different separate fields. Everything is not to be explained, and just because it can't be explained, and just because it can't be proven, doesn't always mean that it should be shunned or not looked at or not looked into. All right. We need to realize that life is what you make it to be, and life can be more of what you just think it is and whatnot. I got one person in here on the live. I just want to say thank you for tuning in this morning. I appreciate you watching the live this morning. I don't have no access to the chat or nothing like that. They slipped out. I had one person in the live and I said what's up to them. They slipped out, but it's all good. So that's it, y'all. I'ma wrap it up. I gotta go. Peace, love, and light. Positive vibes. And protect your light body, protect your spiritual body, work on your higher self, and mind over matter. Peace.